Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Okay, our items, super duper quick. First, script your way to a new reality. Out now. I have a scripting every time. I have a scripting journal. It's lit. I love it so much. If you'd like to deepen your scripting practice or make scripting a part of your manifestation process, go ahead and check my book out. The link is in the description box. Okay, number 2, scripting journal giveaway. This month, January's winner is April Goodwin Crawford. So if you are April Goodwin Crawford, please check the description box to find out how you can claim your free scripting journal. If you would like to enter for February's giveaway, all you got to do is comment on the channel. All you have to do is engage. I love manifestation stories. I also think I'm going to start sharing your manifestation stories. So if you would like to comment things that you've manifested, go for it. All you got to do is comment to be entered. Overshare. I love it. And then last but not least, I get asked all the time, what books do I recommend for a person starting their spiritual journey? And I have created a list. I never oiled my scalp. If you watch all the videos, you know. Anyway, I get asked all the time, what books do I recommend for one's spiritual journey? And I created a list of 10 books that I think are great for anyone at any place, and you can find that list in the description box. All the links are affiliate links, so if you buy a book from the list, you are helping support the channel. Anyone else with locks? I moisturize my hair, but like I only oil my scalp like once every 2 weeks, and obviously it's not enough. I got to get back in there. Give me advice down below. Okay, today we are talking about we got to stop. We got to stop fighting our own evolution. We're all at different places. We're all at different places. So I don't want to make you feel crummy, because if you're doing everything you need to do, if you're doing everything you need to do, but even myself, me, not even talking to you, but me, I can do things every single day where I'm just like, this does not really align with the life I see for myself. This does not align with what I want for myself, and that comes in the way that I think, that comes in the actions that I take. So I can always see when I'm doing things that make me feel comfortable so that I can not become uncomfortable by expanding and growing. And that's really what I want to talk about today. I think that our spiritual journeys ebb and flow. So please do not take from this video that I'm saying that every day needs to be expansive, extreme growth. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am trying to communicate is that I think the more awareness that we practice on our daily journeys, I think that makes it more possible for us to be capable of the growth that we are searching for, so that we can manifest the lives that we want. In order to manifest the realities that we desire, we must be the types of people who can maintain those desires, right? So growth is a big process of the manifestation process. How many times am I going to say process? Okay, so first let's talk about, why do we resist leaning into the good? Why do we resist figuring out what allows us to grow in the direction we want to grow in? Why do we resist it? I say over and over and over again, all the things that we want to manifest are high vibrational experiences. So in order to be on the same vibration as those experiences, we have to raise our vibration. And a couple of days ago, I made a video that talked about feeling good. It's called Feeling Good is a Spiritual Experience, I believe. And when you become aware and practice being present during the day, you can start to hear your thoughts, and you can start to hear the thoughts that do not align with you feeling good. You can start to notice that you have opportunities to take actions that either feel good or actions that keep you comfortable. And a lot of times we hear the thoughts. A lot of times we are aware that we're about to take an action, and we still choose to do the action that keeps us comfortable. We still choose to think the thoughts that we know do not serve us, even though we are aware, even though we are present. And I want to clarify that the reason why we do that is not weakness. It's not being hard-headed. It's not inability. It's none of that. The reason that we choose to do it is because subconsciously we have guilt and shame. We talked about this a little bit last week. And our guilt and our shame convinces all of us to have this belief. And it's on a spectrum. We all have a different spectrum of the belief I'm about to say. Our guilt and our shame convinces us that we all must have a specific level of sadness, misery, or struggle within our lives. So as our vibration goes up, as we expand, as we become happier people, if we do not address that subconscious belief that we must have a specific amount of hardship in our life, then as we expand, as we grow, there's always going to be a ceiling because we have a subconscious belief that we can't be any happier than right here because of guilt and shame. And of course, that is so silly. That is so silly. We were put here to be as happy and fulfilled as we could possibly be. That's the whole point of the human experience. So when we address that belief, then we're giving ourselves a lot more power to say, okay, well, these thoughts do not serve. This action does not serve. What would my life look like if I took the action that did allow me to grow in this new direction? What if I started to think the thoughts that feel foreign, but I know will serve me? What will happen? When you change your belief system to believe that there is good out there for you that you deserve and that there is no ceiling, there's no ceiling to the good that you can receive. None, none. There's no limit. And anything that you've done in the past has been forgiven. If you've learned from it and if you intend to do better, it's been forgiven. Forgive yourself. And when you can accept that there is an unlimited amount of good for you in this world, you can give yourself permission to make the choices that align with your highest good. So then it's like, okay, well, what if I don't know what choices? What if I don't know what those choices are? I want to make the good choices. I just don't know what they are. And then it comes back to intention. Intention is going to be the answer to any question that you have when it comes to identity shifting, identity reprogramming, going from being one person to another person, or just changing a small part of your personality. It's a spectrum, wherever you want to fall. So when you are open, aware, and just ready, you're ready to change your personality. How do you do that? You have to ask yourself, who do I want to be? You have to ask yourself that constantly. And for myself, for a lot of my clients, and for a lot of my friends, the first few times you ask yourself, who do I want to be? It's kind of hard to hear the answer because everything from your past comes up saying, you can't choose who you want to be, girl. This is who you are. And I've seen it time and time again. I've asked clients, who do you want to be? And the first thing that comes out of their mouth will be, well, this happened, and I think I'm this type of person. And based on this thing that happened, I believe that this is what is capable, or this is what I'm capable of, and this is the life I'm capable of having. And we want to have that faith that there is unlimited good, unlimited abundance, unlimited life for us to live. When we have this feeling within ourselves of truly being unlimited, endless possibility, right? When we ask ourselves, who do I want to be? We can select answers from the multitude of experiences that are available to us, not the very finite experiences from our past, right? So when it comes down to saying, okay, well, what choices do I want to make? How do I want to think? Who do I want to be? That's always your answer. Whenever you do not know what direction you're shifting into, find stillness and ask myself, who do I want to be? If you are looking for a partner and you are having difficulty, you're dating and you don't really like anyone, you have to sit down and ask yourself, what type of wife, what type of girlfriend, what type of husband do I want to be? If you are trying to start your own business, or if you have your own business and you're trying to get it off the ground, or if it's off the ground, but you're trying to reach certain income milestones, ask yourself, what type of business owner do I want to be? What type of CEO person do I want to be? What else? Anyway, no, let's just move forward because that's how these videos get 20 minutes long. Moving forward. So when you ask yourself, who do I want to be in those moments? Then it can come down to intention. What type of wife do I want to be? I intend to be loving. I intend to be caring. I intend to make space for my partner. I intend to be a place of peace for my partner, right? And the wonderful thing about figuring out what intentions you want to have is that this is when all the cogs in the machine come up too. I want to be a perfect partner. Okay, so I intend. A lot of times you say what you intend, but then you start to think, well, what can that person do for me? Is that person going to make me happy? How do I even know that all of this effort will be worth it in the long run? And then we expose fear, right? So we want to make sure that we're always setting intentions. Yes, so that we have direction in our growth, but also so that we can expose any fear that is blocking us from having clarity in who we want to be during this evolution. Okay, my last point. This is how we evolve. This is how we take all of these concepts out of our head. Or some, a lot of them stay in our head because changing your thought process is a very big part of the equation. But this is how we can manifest. This is where the manifesting comes from. Whenever you have the opportunity to grow, take it. Take it. Whenever it feels good, keep it. So for example, looking for the perfect partner. That's been my example so much. Okay, let's do being a business owner, right? So actually, I've been binging Insecure. So this is a perfect example. So let's say that you are a music producer, and I'm only on season 2, don't give me any spoilers. Let's say that you are a music producer and your entire life you have worked on your own music and you think that your music is the best of the best. And to be honest, it's probably pretty good. When you're making it, you feel fulfilled. When you're making it, you feel passionate, clarity, right? But you're not where you want to be in your career. You're not figuring out how to connect that feeling of passion to a feeling of fulfillment within your career choice. So then it becomes about understanding, okay, well, I have to work with other people. I have to work with other people. I have to align this internal fulfillment and feeling of passion with my interactions with others. How can I do that? I intend to be a music producer. Okay, well, it's like, I intend to be a talented music producer. I got that. So that's really important. Identify what you do have, but what are the other parts of the equation that you feel like you do not have? I intend to be a music producer that works well with others. I intend to be a music producer that is good in group situations. I intend to be a music producer that is social, that has a lot of opportunities because I am social. It is so important when we are setting these intentions to make sure that we're not only relying on what we already have, because there's no expansion in that. That's where our comfortability lies. It's so important that we identify what we don't have so we can set the intention to grow in that direction. So then we say, okay, I intend to be a music producer that works well with others. So then let's say that you work with someone and usually your first instinct is to be like, this is my music, this is the way I make it, I'm not going to change it. And then they give you some advice and you, in your mind, you're like, no, it's my music. Right? But then you remember your intention. I intend to be a person that works well with others. So even though it feels so unnatural, you say, okay, bud, what's your advice? I will apply it. Let's do it. Now, after you do that, then you have to take time for yourself, find stillness and say, did that feel good? And when you ask yourself, did that feel good? You have to be so aware of when the ego comes up and says, no, didn't feel good at all. It did not feel good. You have to be so aware of when the ego comes up and tries to convince you that growth is not worth it, right? And then identify the ego and then ask yourself, did it feel good? And ask your body, Ask your heart, did that feel good? And chances are, when you find peace in situations and you put the ego down, it usually feels great. So whenever you find opportunities to expand and grow, whenever you have the opportunity to make a different choice, a choice that will launch you into a different reality, to be honest, whenever you have those opportunities, take them. And after you've taken the opportunity, after the experience is over, sit down and say, did that feel good? Did it feel like you are shifting into the reality that you're attracting? That's the real question. And if the answer is yes, the action that you took, keep it. Keep it. For example, if you took advice and you applied it to your music, keep taking advice and applying it to your music. That doesn't mean that you'll never make your own music. That doesn't mean that you'll never be able to be an independent artist. That's not what that means. It just means that you're becoming this person that it works well with others. We have to put the ego down. And when we do something new one time, a lot of times we say, all right, well, that's good. I did it. And in reality, when we do something new, we have to keep doing it to make it a part of our personalities. So if it feels good and if it feels like it's shifting you into the reality that you desire, keep on doing it. Search for opportunities to do it. Make it a part of who you are. Change your personality, change your reality. Okay, that is going to be it for today. I hope that you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so people on YouTube know that it is valuable. Also, if you would like me to expand on anything that I've talked about today, let me know down in the comments. Last but not least, if you would like to be notified when I come out with a new video, go ahead and click that notification bell and subscribe so that you can join the Bendy Bunch and become a reality bender yourself, because it is lit here. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.